Who you finna be? Oh yeah. Oh. All right, let's run it. All right, let's get it.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Ale LaForce reporting for us. It's the Miami Heat taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Wade. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Bryant. Pass to Johnson. From downtown.
Yeah.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Hardaway's shot is good.
Waiting until the last second to release that. What a move.
Oh shit.
It's Johnson with a drive.
Oh.
And there's the rejection.
Oh god. No.
Stolen by Bryant. Outside O'Neal. Pass to West. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Now O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Here's West. Off the mark there with a 3.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Oh, man.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And here's Bryant outside. Rebounded by Mourning.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is
Oh my
too.
god. Defense is insane.
1:14 left in the first quarter here. Here's Bryant.
Oh yeah.
Out of bounds. As
Yeah.
Los Angeles keeps possession.
Lonzo Mourning.
Miami on D.
He's a sleeper pick for sure.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside.
Oh yeah.
And here we go. The Heat fast break. And there's the lob.
Oh, he missed.
Up top O'Neal.
Oh my
Stolen by
god.
Bryant. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Back to James. On the wing, Bryant. And again, the Lakers, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the foul.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just
LeBron
looks
James.
so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. So it's both teams making
Oh my
substitutions
god.
here.
Man.
And that one misses. Here's Baylor. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
To the inside. Bosch. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to James. Here's West. Over Butler. And the basket by
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Heat out in front, leading. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
That one drops. He ties it up. And it's Butler with the ball for the Miami Heat. Pass to Rice. Now here's Jones. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Worthy. Releases from the wing and drills it. Miami with the ball. Outside Jones. And here's Butler. In transition, here they come. And he jams it home with
bench goes
authority.
fucking crazy.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You got a piece of
Oh
it.
my God.
3 on 3. LeBron fires one down.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
And Miami decides to take their first time out here.
Got too much momentum going there. They got Jimmy Butler at point. Like, what's going on here?
So both teams making some changes here. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Pass to Adebayo. Out to James. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. James has got 5 now.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Here's Worthy. Back to Bryant. Got a hand on it.
Wow.
And it's turned out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll have some free throws coming up here. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Here's Worthy. To the middle. Oh, and a beautiful
fuck outta
feed
here.
leads to a monster jam.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Hardaway.
I fucked up.
Now Los Angeles moving it up. It's stolen. Here's
Speed it
James.
up.
Ooh, LeBron got a step. Can't let him do that.
Knifing to the rim with such power. Watching LeBron on the attack is so much fun.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Brown James.
9 points in the game.
Oh,
Well,
God,
to
no.
stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message
Got him.
with that jam. The shot
Oh,
by James, no good.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
It's stolen by James. Four seconds left. Oh, LeBron rocks the rim.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a
shit.
free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
maybe.
And after a fairly even
guys
first
don't
couple of
start going
quarters,
crazy.
this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. To the wing on the left. Pass to Bryant. James with a steal. Here's Hardaway. And the layup is good.
He left him wide.
Hardaway's got his second basket.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
And here's Bryant. And there's the screen. Three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Miami shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. That one's good from
What just
Hardaway.
happened?
Heat leading by 3. Here's James. Doing what he does. LeBron.
And that's where LeBron loves to operate. Close to the bucket in the high percentage area.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's West. Down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey,
Oh, you
little
think so?
exclamation point. Timeout called, the Lakers.
Can't face me.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Johnson with it. Launches a 3. Pass to West. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Bryant, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Man, the defender really went after
Sweesh.
him.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Heat. 3-point lead. Rebounded by Johnson.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
And it's James
LeBron and
with the
Shaq against
jam.
LeBron and Shaq is
And that's
finished.
exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Butler on the wing. Still without a bucket. For 3.
Oh yeah.
James from distance. Easy work.
LeBron.
Yeah, the assertive approach from LeBron is really paying off in this one. He is driving this offense.
To the paint. And slam dunk by James.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to
Oh,
stop him
yeah.
there. And James gets it to go.
They got the ball to the right guy. James ready to shoot at all times.
Oh, yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna
Both
post
teams
you up.
deciding to change it up.
I'm gonna post LeBron up with LeBron.
20 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's James.
Oh,
It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on it.
The 3 is up. Can't hit that one. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Miami out front. They're up by 5. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Yes, sir! That one goes!
Just a bad time for a defensive breakdown, and he really took advantage.
And at this stage of the game, you've got to take that. If the mid-range jumper is there, go ahead and knock it down.
James drives to the hoop, and he slams it down.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
We got 23 of our points. That's
Gives us a chance
ridiculous.
to catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard the Lakers coach as he addressed his team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Thanks for that, Allie. The free ball is down.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Now Johnson. He launches, and he nails it.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
James deciding where to go with it.
Oh, shit,
Target
sucks.
from downtown. The Lakers trail. James with a steal. .116 left to play in the fourth. Spins.
Oh, got him.
Whoa! Are you kidding me, LeBron?
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
It's Bryant with a drive.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Oh, no, he missed.
So it's Los Angeles now. Johnson with it. Picked up by James.
Oh, he's that
Yes,
way.
sir! The finish with the jam.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, that's an explosive move right there, and it was perfectly timed.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off, keeping his cool
No.
and delivering in the clutch?
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn. Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
Lakers call timeout. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
It doesn't look like that.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's
1v1
the
me, come on.
effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
James.
Oh, he missed.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Yeah.
Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. $18 feet out.
Oh, there's it.
No good.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Oh, my God. Shaq, free throw.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
Oh, yeah.
The second one, and that gives him a lead.
Well, his job there was to get them the lead, and he did that.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Bryant outside.
Oh, yeah.
And he buries the jumper.
And that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
James.
Oh,
he misses
reading
the
the
layup.
foul.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. Woo-wee! What a big finish out on the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
Oh, shit.
Picked it out of
Oh, my God.
O'Neal with it.
Oh,
O'Neal
shit.
Here we go.
Oh, chased it.
Yes, sir. Moving quick and a great assist in
That was
transition.
so much.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
In this
Oh my
league,
God.
you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
James fires.
Oh, he missed.
He's off from three.
And he probably thought he was
LeBron
going to burn out.
sold.
And they go to the intentional foul. All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
And BA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
And that hurts as he
Okay.
doesn't get the first one to fall.
Okay.
Trying to focus now for the second.
Real life,
And the
no.
second and 2 is good. And that increases the lead to 6.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
Johnson with the rebound.
Uh,
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
He just missed that layup. I'm so mad.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second.
Oh, God.
And that makes it a 7-point lead.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to be futile. Too little, too late.
And they're going to prolong the game
Grab
with an
his
intentional
ass.
foul. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Fuck. Oh,
And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, making all of their free throws right now, it's a great way to extend the lead.
Ball stolen,
oh,
and
damn.
that's an intentional foul. And he
Yeah,
misses
good
the
luck.
first one. Boy, he
Good luck
wanted
with
that one to
that.
go. So he comes up empty, missing both. Time called here. Miami decides to talk
Don't
it
you
over.
worry, we got timeouts.
They're down by 6.
We got timeouts. You
From a
know.
coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste.
Play with any other team.
Fires the 3.
Oh,
Oh, it doesn't go. And now we've got an intentional foul.
it's not over.
So the first one
Fuck, it might
drops.
be open.
And that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
It's good from beyond the arc. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
It's not over yet.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. LeBron. And so it's the
LeBron
Lakers
sucks.
with the W. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime they took control.